Hello everyone, this is Online Learning Management System, myself Megha Nandi, and today's topic is language processor. So let's see the course objective first. So after this lecture, the student will be able to describe the meaning of language processor, and the learning objectives are, after this lecture, you will be able to know what is language processor and you will be able to know the types of its. So let's see. So first of all, before I will start with the concept, first of all, I would like to tell you about the language processor. So what today's topic is, that is language processor. Now processor, that means you are processing your data, and processing, that means you are calculating, that means something you are performing on your data, that is nothing but the processing. So we are working on your data, or it is in process, that means we are working on our things, we are working on our data. So if you are performing something on your data, so we'll say that is the processing. And here I have mentioned the topic, that is language processing. That means you are working on the language, that means you are translating or you are performing something task on your code. So that is nothing but the processor. And we are using some languages to write down our code. That means in short, we are processing our languages, we are working on our languages. So that is nothing but the language processor. So on the other hand, we can also say that that is programming language translator. Programming language translator, that means whatever the applications or whatever the software we have, which is generally used to translate your program in the particular format. So that is nothing only programming language translator, which is translating your code in a particular format. So it is known as programming language translator. Similarly, it is also known as language processor, because it is processing your language, it is processing your code. Doesn't matter it is available in which language. So programming language translator or language processor, both the things are same. Now here in this topic we will see how many translators or language processors are there in this computer era. So we will see one by one. So here on my slide you can see the first language processor, that is compiler. Now we will see what is compiler, what is its purpose. So first of all, we all know compiler is a language processor, that means programming language translator. Now we will see the uh, uh, rest of the explanation about compiler. A compiler is a computer program or set of programs, that means application, that transforms source code written in a programming language, the source language, into another computer language, the target language. So what is compiler? Compiler is a software. It is a software. And generally this category comes in system software because it is inbuilt. It comes with the programming languages software. So compiler is a computer program, that is software, and it transforms your source code in the target code. That means you have written your code in whatever the language, it will transform that code in the target language. So that this is the use of compiler, that it will translate your code in the target language. Now let's see how it will work. So typically from high level source code to low level machine code or object code. So in short, we all know that machine understand the machine language. That means if you are writing your code in the form of simple English alphabets, so we'll consider that is the source code. So whatever the code is written by the user, that code is known as source code. And compiler will translate that source code in the machine code. That means in the form of machine language, which is also known as object code, which is also known as target code. So compiler will translate your source code into machine code. So this is the use of compiler. Now let's see this diagram. In this diagram you can see left hand side we have source code, then I have used here arrows to show the flow, to show the process. Then compiler will translate the source code in the executable program, that means in machine form. So you can see here that numbers I have mentioned here. So this is the use of compiler, that compiler will translate our source code into machine code. Now, second language process that we have, that is interpreter. Like we have compiler, so second language processor we have, that is known as interpreter. So interpreter again, it is the language processor or programming language translator. An interpreter appears to directly execute the operation specified in the source program on input supplied by the user. So what does it mean? Whatever the input supplied by the user, interpreter will interpret or execute the operation in the particular format. In contrast, an interpreter reads a statement from the input, converts it to an intermediate code, executes it, then takes the next statement is made. Now, what does it mean? What is the meaning of these two paragraphs? First of all, interpreter is a language processor. It is a programming language translator. It will also translate your program from source code to object code. But the thing is here, interpreter will translate step by step, one statement at a time. So it will it will translate your step by step your code. So it will work on the steps. So step by step it will execute your code and then it will generate the result. So this is the use of interpreter. Even we can say that it takes one statement of high language program, translate it into machine language instruction, and then immediately executes the resulting machine. That means first it will receive one step, then it will translate into machine code, and then it will execute. So this is the process of interpreter. If an error occurs, an interpreter stops execution and reports it. It means if in a particular statement there is one error, so it will stop the execution. Now next language processor that we have, which is known as assembler. So again assembler, again it is a programming language translator, or we can say that that is language processor. Like we have seen in previous lecture, that is assembly language. Assembly language is a second generation language which is also known as low level language. So in assembly language, to translate the assembly code, assembler language translator is used. So basically, this assembler is used in assembly language. Now I'm reading this explanation. An assembler translates assembly language programs into machine code. So it will used in assembly language. The output of an assembler is called an object file, which contains the combination of machine instruction as well as the data required to place these instructions memory. It means it will create one object file. An object file will be in the machine language form. So this is the use of assembler. Now we have seen three various language processor, that is compiler, interpreter, and assembler. So assembler generally used in assembly language. On the other hand, compiler and interpreter are used in higher level languages to compile or interpret your program. Now here class, I have mentioned one difference, that is difference between source code and object code. Now you can see source code. Source code means it is created by the programmer. So what is the code written by the programmer, that is known as source code. On the other hand, object code which is created by the compiler. So compiler will compile a program and it will create the object file, that is known as object code. Then source code text-rich document and object code binary digits make up the object code. Text-rich document, that means whatever the code you are written in your simple English format, that is nothing but the rich document. On the other hand, object code, that means it will have the binary digits. Then source code is a human readable because we are writing code in our simple English form. On the other hand, object code is a machine readable. Source code can be changed over time. We can change it very easily. On the other hand, object code needs to compile the source code each time a change is to make. That means whatever the changes we will make, that will be faced by the compiler. Source code not system specific. That means source code, that means it is machine independent. And where object code is a system specific, that means object code that is a system dependent, machine dependent. Source code serves as input to the compiler, and object code, it is the output of the compiler, because we are giving input, so that is nothing but the source code, and object code, that means nothing but the output. Source code instructions written using English words according to syntax of the language. So we are using normally a simple English code on the basis of syntax of the language. On the other hand, object code instructions encoded by the binary digit, because object code is available in the binary form. So this is all about the language processor and the source code and object code. Thank you.